IDLIB'S medical infrastructure is in ruins, and it's making medical care hard to find for some of Syria's most vulnerable people.
We're facing tremendous difficulties in the hospitals. The city is on the front line. The regime targets the medical facilities constantly. Our whole treatment relies on the aid we receive. Aid supplies must continue without restrictions, because if they stop, people will only suffer more.
In the last decade, hundreds of medical facilities have been deliberately targeted by the Syrian government and allied forces. International medical rights group Physicians for Human Rights says it has documented nearly 600 attacks on at least 350 medical facilities and the killing of more than 900 medical personnel since the start of the conflict. The UN-funded hospitals share their coordinates through a mechanism to prevent attacks. But for the Syrian civilians awaiting care, the Assad government's attacks are no longer the main threat.
My 6-month-old daughter is suffering from malnutrition. She was in a very bad condition and almost about to die. But after I brought her to this hospital and she got better. Thank God the medicine is free here. I'm so grateful for that.
The COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated an already acute humanitarian crisis in the country. Syria's northwest has more than 27,000 COVID-19 cases and 497 confirmed deaths so far. Medical facilities are short on PCR tests to detect the virus. The 3.4 million population is running out of the nearly 55,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines they received through Bab al-Hawa in April. The extension to the UN's cross-border aid mechanism may provide some relief to local healthcare workers and patients, but it's far from a permanent solution to the healthcare crisis in this war-torn region. The extension may be a temporary lifesaver, but the long-term fate of millions of displaced people remains unclear. Resul, Serdar, Al Jazeera, Idlib, Syria.